Charlie Anstey, tech consultant at Degree 53. I've kind of got two questions. The first is kind of, you've obviously talked about different kind of vehicles for how we can improve on this sort of main topic. The first question is kind of time-wise, how long do you think it could be, given what you've talked about, how long it could take, which I think is really important. I actually was at the Manchester Business School event. I actually panelled as well.
Yeah.
I'm obviously
I saw
a guy.
you there. Wearables, yeah.
So I guess the other question is, what can people, especially guys, do to actually help? Because I don't think I'd be invited to any events, but if we did have an interest in, especially creatives and project managers, I know from experience, the women tend to be really, really great at what they do, and that might be a stereotypization. What can we do? What else can we do?
I think some of the, what's refreshing is you hear somebody like Chef stand up and talk about strong female role models, not in an eye-rolling kind of, Coronation Street kind of, must be in a positive way. Then I think half of it, I think, is accidental, so I think half of it's difficult to kind of do something about because it's just there in culture, and women do it as much as men, and so it's almost breaking the habits that we don't even know we've got. And half of it, I think, is just being aware of it and just thinking, do I actually treat women different in a working environment than I treat men, and a consciousness. I think it all starts with the consciousness, and just even being aware and coming to an event and having the conversation probably means you're going to be more aware of it and less likely to be that person that we've described. So that, I think talking is good, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I mean, one of the things that the girls have said that I've spoken to and met, that they all want to see female role models, but they want the blokes there to be sort of reaching out to them, and sometimes they don't have the confidence to maybe say something. So if you can see something is hanging off the edge of someone's lips, like that chap there, encourage them to have a voice and to, is there something you're thinking, or is there something you'd like to add to the conversation, is there something you'd like to, just encouraging people to be more inclusive. It's just the push a lot of people need. They just want to feel like they want to be there. Because sometimes when you're in the minority, it can be a big thing to, I'm going to have to speak now, and am I going to sound stupid, and blah, 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 and all those thoughts go through their heads. So it's just it's small things that make a big difference at the end of the day.
Yeah, definitely, it's an awareness thing. So if men in tech or startups or whatever workplace are aware of the problem, that's kind of a lot of the battle. If it's acknowledging that it's a problem, and it is a lot of the micro things every day that I was talking to Rosie Moth, who ran the Women in Startups event at Spaceport, and she was saying that it's every day you'll hear one a male term used, like, you guys or something, and you shrug it off, and then you hear it again a couple of sentences later, and then that's something else. And I mean, how many times a day do you hear that? And the 10th, 20th time, I mean, I'd get really wound up at that. And I think these little micro things that add up to the end of the day that we can work on. And second of all, you mentioned, like, as a project manager, a good project. I mean, I've worked in project management before, and it's about being a great facilitator. And we've all worked in situations where you've got one really passionate developer or someone who wants to kind of express their opinion. And if a project manager or a facilitator is there, it's ensuring that everyone in that forum has a voice. And how soon can we do it? I think we can do it tomorrow. We can refactor code tomorrow, so we can refactor our behaviour tomorrow.